We have an extremely hard to get, brand new Ed Prewitt custom cue, unchalked, unplayed. This is what Ed considers his 5 ringer. It has his world famous Paua shell inlays. There it is, baby, right there at all positions. And then you also have the custom Ed Prewitt joint cap on the butt, and then the Delrin caps on the shafts. If you look really close, this ring work right here, as we like to say, is often imitated but never duplicated. In other words, nobody does it just like Ed. There's some guys that get close. We've sold some cues lately. There's other cue makers out there that do a really good job. Ed just does every facet of his cue making at a different level. So everything that he does is as clean and crisp and what we like to call surgical as anything you'll find. His cues also notably not only command a good righteous price tag, they also are really good for resale value. His cues continue to climb. Okay, so again, this is unchalked, unplayed. We have a very good relationship with Ed, and we have long-standing orders. And every now and then our orders will come up. So you've seen some of these being sold recently. We've got more on order. There's nothing coming in the immediate future. So I always say, first come, first serve, right? If you snooze, you'll lose, especially if you want one of the best made and best playing cues in the industry, by far, bar none. Now look at that right there. Look at the size of the Paua shell. See the dots? Those are each individual inlays, and then they're set into double silver trim. You notice how thick of the trim that he uses, and then look at the sheer size of that Paua shell. I'm going to give you a little perspective for those of you that are not familiar with Ed's work. Ed is a former machinist by trade that became a cue maker, probably like most of the great cue makers, because he had a passion for pool, and then it turned into a passion for making these world-class custom cues. But take a look again at the Paua shell. Now, I call it Paua shell. It's also referred to as New Zealand abalone. And the stuff they have to go through to get this is nuts. You can only get it at certain parts of the world. But again, look at the rings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you count the joint cap, it's 5. But actually, you count the shaft on his cue. So that would be a 5 ringer. This is what Ed calls A plus grade or triple A or A plus grade Birdseye maple. You've got a brown, kind of almost a cognac color, but let's call it a brown leather wrap, installed perfectly, I might add. Where's the seam? Where's the seam? It's like, where's Waldo? You ain't gonna find him, okay? And you have a 3/8 pin underneath this joint cap right here. This is a Super Tusk joint, and the butt cap is also Super Tusk with that EP. We got the same initials too. It's a match made in heaven. I wish I could make pool cues like this guy, right? Look at that right there. But what I'm talking about though, besides the ring work and the way the wrap's installed, number one, these things play phenomenal. That's what got Ed so famous. Not only is the work as clean and crisp as you're gonna get, when you hit a ball with one of these, you're gonna immediately know why people go crazy over them. I love his rings though. His rings are just absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, Super Tusk joint, Super Tusk butt cap, 3/8 pin. What this one comes with is and by the way, the butt weight is 15.2. That's Super Tusk. If you're ever wondering how it hits, it has a nice medium to firm hit. Not too hard, not too soft. I just love it. I love the way it hits. That is a flat-faced joint, by the way. You can see the pictures on the website, crossroadcues.com. 8-year current wait right now. 8 years to get an Ed Prewitt cue, unless you're fortunate enough to find someone that has one. Like I said, we get them from time to time. There are very few people that can get their hands on these cues, and Ed has a super long wait list. The other thing that he does extremely well, he makes his own carbons. Okay, so this has the Ed Prewitt carbon. These sell for somewhere between like $6 and $6.50 by themselves. And everybody raves over his carbons. These are called Saber T Ferrules. That's obviously low deflection. It's a carbon. That's a Saber T Ferrule right there. Now get this, because of his machining ability, you got a carbon fiber, you have a maple. They're both 3.9 ounce on the button, okay? 3.9 ounce. This is a 29-inch cue, even split, so 29 on the butt, 29 on the shafts. Those are Kamikaze medium tips. The carbon, again, 3.9, the maple 3.9. The carbon's 12.5, the maple is 13 millimeter. Ed has his own taper. It's been coined as the Ed Prewitt taper. It's kind of a stretch taper. I'm a big fan of it, but I like pro tapers and stretch tapers. But how about that Birdseye right there? Very highly figured. Some good plain wood right here, baby. Ed Prewitt custom cue. It will definitely not last long if you want to skip that super long wait. That's one thing that we do at Crossroad Cues is we have relationships with many of the cue makers, including some of the best cue makers, of course, in the world and the industry. And we have long-standing orders. So you can come to a place like Crossroad Cues, like our website, crossroadcues.com, and you'll find cues made by cue makers that you would otherwise have to wait for a very, very long time for. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more content like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroad Cues, or the Facebook page, Crossroad Cues Gallery page. We also have financing available on the website, and we ship cues worldwide. Our reputation is impeccable. Feel free to Google us or look us up on any platform. And if you are interested in purchasing this cue, you can reach out through the website or the phone number on the post, crossroadcues.com.